Habits. Habits. That is what I want us to think about and talk about on this week's episode of Minutes with MinistaMike. Habits. As you go about your activities and your goals and your plans this year, it's very important that you watch out for your habits. I believe strongly that what will make or mar us this year is the habits, the system of actions that were put in place around us. See, there are habits of success, and so also I believe there are habits that leads to failure. So whatever you want to achieve this year, know within yourself that your success lies in your habits. What are habits? Habits are consistent actions that you take every single time that accumulate over time to result in what you call destiny. That is how I define habits. The small, simple actions that you take consciously, unconsciously, but you take consistently over time that eventually result in your destiny. So those are the things that I want us to think about today. There are some few points that I personally believe will help us this year. Number one thing I want you to think about when you hear the word habit is that you need to build your habit around what you want to achieve, around the destiny you want to see. Let your goals, your plans, and whatever you want to achieve this year, let it determine the type of habits that you inculcate. Let it determine the types of habits that you see yourself do. If you act the same way you acted last year, do not be surprised if you get the same set of results that you get last year. So if you want to change the result that you got last year, you have to change the set of actions, the set of habits that gave you that result. So it's important for you to be intentional about your behavior, be intentional about your thought process, be intentional about whatever it is that you do. As we go about talking about habits, but for a moment I want you to pause and subscribe to this channel. Last year you did not subscribe, so this year, come on, subscribe, like, comment, share this video with people. Do you understand me? Share this video. Let it be one of the habits that you inculcate this year. Subscribe to channels that build you up and share those videos with other people. That's by the way. So what are the things that I want you to go ahead and think about and do this year concerning your habits? Number one, consistency is going to be very important. You don't build a habit without consistency. See, the moment you've decided that these are the things that you want to do, you have to also decide to do them consistently. You need to build your habits around consistent behaviors. You cannot inculcate new behaviors if you are not consistent. Do you understand me? So it's important for you to know that habits are built on consistency. So you can start doing your reps today, that okay, every single day I will walk around for 30 minutes to build my health. Every single day I will write to build my authority as an author. Nevertheless, if you don't consistently take that same set of actions over time, you will discover that you will find it difficult to develop that habit. So it's important for you to know that number one, you build your habit around your destiny, around your identity. That means, what do you want to become? Whatever you want to become will determine the type of habits that you incorporate, that you inculcate into your life. And number two, consistency is going to be very key. Consistency is very important for you to see a lasting success this year 2024. Consistency is going to be very, very important. The third thing I want you to take away from this video is that it's important also for you to start small. Yes, I get it. You want to see the result fast. Whatever economy you're living in right now, there are issues and you have targets that you want to see in your life. There are results that you want to see, and you want to see them fast. Nevertheless, to build habits of success, you cannot just go from 0 to 100 in a single day. It's important for you to know there are steps to this. 0 to maybe 0.5. Some of you will have to start like that. Some will start from 0 to 2. Some will start from 0 to 1. Some will start from 0 to 0.5. Just know that starting small is very important, so you don't get exhausted when you are not seeing the result you are looking for. But what you need to watch out for is progress. Are you making consistent progress? Are you making consistent progress? So it's important for you to start small. So those are the 3 things I want you to take away as you go about your life this year. Habit is going to be very important. Whatever you want to achieve, that's the first video I want to say. I want you to learn from in this minute with MinistaMike is about habit, because I believe so strongly that your success or your failure is going to be very, very dependent on the sets of habits that you inculcate, that you incorporate, and that you perform every single waking moment of your life. So this week, I want you to design your life. Design your life in such a way that you sit down and say, okay, these are the results I want to see in my life this week. How am I going to get there? Who must I become for me to see this type of result in my life in this first quarter? Who must I become? January is gone. This is February. Who must I become? What must I do? What actions must I take for me to see the results that I want to see in my life? So go out this week and build habits that will make your life a successful one. Thank you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye for now.